This nigga bumping with Jazzy Baker. Bumping with the H-Town, getting down, rolling through, passing through that Houston town, city limits. This nigga bumping with Jazzy Baker. This nigga bumping with Jazzy Baker. JBMCQ11, they call it music channel. Queen of the soul, it's time to let the world know where she from. Here she go. This nigga bumping with Jazzy Baker. This nigga bumping with Jazzy Baker. They call her queen of the music in the music soul. They call her queen of the music in the music soul. JBMCQ11, they call her music channel.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in. We are pre-recording, so this may look like it's live, but we had to make some adjustments for our special guest tonight, and that's fine. And but we are here at JBMCQ1, where we are supporting independent music artists. Okay, we are here every Tuesday nights. You are tuned in to Jamming with Jazzy Spotlight Hour on JBMCQ1, where we are connecting independent music artists across the globe through music every Tuesday, except for when we take a break and there's holidays. But we are here 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to get through my little PSAs as I always do. And we're going to bring our co-host on, and then we're going to bring our guests on so we can get to know more about what's going on for the rest of this month, starting the 19th. And when this airs, it's going to be Tuesday the 19th of September. We're going to air every Tuesday night a line-up band that will be performing at the Willow Waterhole. I know you saw the flyer on the beginning of the show, and we're going to be doing the Willow Waterhole Music Festival. And every Tuesday, we are going to have one of the bands come on and interview here at JBMCQ1. Thank you for that blessing, Mr. Al Campbell, and the whole team with the Willow Waterhole. Okay. But right now, it is time for me to get through my PSAs, and you are tuned in live jamming with Jazzy. If you are interested and you are an artist and you want to co-host your own show, or host your own show, you can do that right here live. I won't be with you. You can do it live. But if you want to co-host with me and Miss Laura, or me and myself when she can't do it, you are more than welcome to come on and co-host any segment with us. All right. So all you have to do is email me at jbmcq1@yahoo.com. If you are interested in again, co-hosting your own show, you can do that live here. I'll be in the backdrop, engineering your program, and just get at me at jbmcq1@yahoo.com. Now, if you want to propose an ad that you are running for your business, you can do that as well right here on any segment that we have recorded or broadcast live on this network. All you got to do is let me know so people can see your brand here on this global network. You can email me again at jbmcq1@yahoo.com. Now, since we're through all of that, we want to let you guys know again that we are featuring 6 bands at the Willow Waterhole Festival. Okay, that's going to kick off October the 28th on a Saturday. The doors open probably around 10:30 a.m. So the show kicks off at 11 a.m. and it runs all the way to 7 p.m. that night. It is a free event, guys. It's Halloween themed. There will be food trucks out there and the whole 9 yards. So come out, celebrate, wear your costumes if you're into that, and bring the kids, bring the whole family. It is going to be an awesome festival that they do annually every year right here in Houston, Texas. And I tell you, the lineups are always phenomenal. World traveled musicians, okay, are always on this festival. And so we want you guys to come out and have a good time and just have some fun. It's going to be nice weather. We're praying by then, October, it should be some good weather. Bring your chairs, your lawn chairs, bring your blankets if it may be a little chilly, but come on out and enjoy all the great lineups. We will be interviewing those bands starting today, which is Tuesday the 19th, and we will be interviewing every Tuesday all the way up until um, the first Tuesday before, I mean, the last Tuesday before the 28th of October. So, anyways, it is about time for me to go ahead and get done. I'm rushing through this. I'm fibbling flobbling over my words because I want to get through all of this and get on with the show. This young lady is a multi-genre, my co-host, vocalist, okay? She holds it down with gospel, funk, rock, jazz, blues, country, you name it, she can hold it down in those genres. Being said, she was the winner in the blues category for the Black Music Awards, the BMA, this year, the second annual 2023. So, without further ado, she is a resident of Houston, Texas, but she comes all the way from Los Angeles, California. So, she's a Valley girl. So, she knows a lot about the entertainment industry, but she's been living here for quite some time. Good friend of mine. Let's welcome my beautiful co-host, Miss Laura Sims.
Konnichiwa. Hi, how are you? How's
Hey, hey,
everybody doing? You
bye.
doing all right? Oh yeah, and you're gonna know why I said that. You're gonna know why I'm just trying to spruce up on my Japanese. Yeah, I may be traveling there
How are you,
sometime
beautiful?
soon. I am doing fantastic. Better than I had been, but it doesn't do any good to complain. So
No, it won't do no good.
no,
It
no
would
good.
not do no good at all. Yes, it's an exciting night, and I've already let everybody know this is pre-recorded because we had to adjust for our special artist tonight. And so it's pre-recorded, guys, but it will be coming to you live. When you seeing it, it's going to be live to you Tuesday, September the 19th, okay? At 7
No,
p.m. Central Standard Time. Now,
I'm trying. I'm trying to make it
Miss
real. I'm trying to make it real
Miss
cozy up
Laura
here.
has to get off, guys, because she has a major rehearsal tonight. So she won't be on here for the duration of the show. But our special guest is here. We just gonna let our special guest talk about himself and his accolades and everything that he has accomplished pretty much in the music industry. You're gonna be so excited about this young man. Catch him at 1 p.m. at the Willow Waterhole Festival, October the 28th. Okay? Come on out. I'm telling you, when you get a taste of this young man, you are going to, he's just going to blow your mind. All right?
Yeah,
I'm excited
yeah.
because he's a global artist. Okay? And he's been around. I'm going to give him a chance to talk about when he did Lauren Hill's. She was on Lauren Hill's band when they were on the Jimmy Fallon show. So if you want to see that clip, go to his um, webpage and we'll get all off into that too. but I just want y'all to stick around to know what you're in for tonight. All right. So again, Miss Laura's got to jump off, but
Yeah, I'll be here
we're
for a little while. I'll be
she'll
here
be
for
here
a
for a
little
little
while.
while.
Yeah, I'll be here for a little while because I'll be
But
singing at Pizzazz on Friday night, 8 to
okay,
11, 8 to 11 with the
8
group
to
Pleasure.
11.
Was it
Not
Pleasure?
this Friday or
No, this
this.
Friday. No,
Okay,
Friday.
this won't air till next week.
No, okay. So yeah, well, guess you won't see it. Okay, all right, we'll take that
They
out.
be the
Okay,
they be the missed you.
bloop. That's a
We so
blooper.
used to doing live.
Right, that's a blooper. Okay, well, I think it's going to be every other Friday. I believe
Okay,
maybe, and
and
I may be
pizzazz.
part of that
Cool.
every other Friday. So, okay.
Well, you can go
Anywho,
ahead and let them know who you're going to be singing with at pizzazz.
the group is pleasure. I can't. Oh my goodness, Lord Jesus. Okay, Jazzy, I think that's a
Pleasure.
pleasure, pleasure, but it's spelled PLEA, and then it's a little space, and it's ZURE.
ZRE.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like okay. Anyway, it's
Not
not
that
that
other
kind of show.
pleasure, but the
Yeah,
pleasure.
yeah. We're gonna leave that one alone right there. We're gonna leave it right there where it is, as they
But
say.
y'all,
Hi.
yes,
Uh,
keep up with pizzazz and keep up with their calendar so you know when Miss Laura's going to be there performing with pleasure.
Yes, it's gonna be fun.
Absolutely.
They're doing a lot of background, a lot of harmony parts. But I love to do
Right.
harmony. Yeah, I mean it's okay to do lead. It's okay to sing lead, but I love singing background, singing harmony
Yes.
because that is
Yes.
just oh my God, that's my heart right there. I just love it. When we sing some harmony. I remember jazz. I remember when we went to the Reds, and it was you and I and Jabbo. We was up there freelancing and. Man, we had
Yeah.
we had it going on over there. Yes, we did.
I love the freelancing. However, sometimes I can't think on the spot, but once I get in the groove, I come up with something.
Right, you kept saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You got right
Like
on
I
up
don't know
in
what to
there.
say.
Yeah, right. You got on up in there. Just whatever comes to mind. I mean,
Yeah,
especially when you're
whatever.
singing the blues. When you're
Oh
singing the
yeah.
blues, it's
You can make a blues song off the top of your head, so that's not hard.
yeah,
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 the blues
really. I mean,
thing is not hard. Well, we're not going to keep our special guest holding on. What we're going to do is go ahead and introduce our special guest tonight. And I've given you guys all the preliminaries of when you can go see this young man um, perform. Okay. He does stuff around Houston. We'll get all into that, but hailing from Houston, Texas. Okay. With roots in Lake Charles, Louisiana. This young man brings to you a genuine, heartfelt, musical perspective. You're going to be in a shock if you don't know who he is, with genre defying compositions and Southern rooted influences. Take a look.
My name is Matthew Hartnet. The name of this project is Southern Comfort. Thinking about different names of, whatever music I'll be publishing or whatever, Southern Comfort just came to me. And I'm from the South, family from Louisiana, raised in Houston. Everything about me is pretty much between Louisiana and Houston, Texas. So, all of the music pretty much is everything that I've kind of absorbed listening to different music, even in my adult life. Extremely, second line, extremely church influenced. I listen to a lot of R&B. For some reason, love like Negro spirituals, the gospel music. Mad in love with that kind of stuff. Being back and forth from Houston to New Orleans after Katrina hit opened me up to being able to play with a lot of like the second line, like Kings, the Soul Rebels. Played with them, the Stooges brass band, good friends of mine. So stuff like that influenced me. Listened to a lot of brass players, trombone shorties. I'm a fan of his. Marched at Texas Southern University. Marched in the SWAC. So I like the big horn sound. Really heavy into funk. A lot of James Brown stuff. Fred Wesley, of course. Every trombone player has to listen to that. And that's pretty much my diet. Musically. I want cats to really feel like the raw energy of just the trombone, like that brass sound, and then also some different things that I'm doing like with some like effects, some smoother things that I'm doing. Really the versatility of the trombone and my personal voice on the instrument. I don't feel like there's another voice out there exactly like that. So what I guess I want people to end up hearing is to hear and understand me as a trombone player. There's one song I kind of pay homage to Houston, just the city. I didn't grow up like normal musicians, listening to jazz musicians and all this great instrumental music. I grew up listening to the music of my mother's generation, 60s and 70s R&B and funk records, combined with my own generation's trailblazing, which was screw music in Houston. So I grew up listening to mad screw, lots of Swishahouse, DJ Screw, Michael 5000 Watt, Slim Thug, Paul Wall. One of those songs on my album, you're gonna definitely, if you're from Houston, you'll understand that song. If you're not, maybe that song not for you. But I have to do that because that's just as big a part of me as anything else musically. The great thing about my writing experience is that it always happens when I'm at my mom's house. I live in New York. When I go back home to Houston, I'm sitting in my mom's house. These songs started coming to me. Actually, I had the thought that maybe it's time for me to start working on my own project and let God know, like, hey, I'm kind of open to that. A total of 10 songs came to me within the span of like 3 weeks time, and I wrote them. They came like it was just easy. My guys in the band, man, are really special cats, man. I've played with these guys pretty much the entire time I've been in New York, and they're like the best guys around. I'm so blessed to have in such high demand. Adam Jackson is on drum. Dimitri was playing bass.
Okay. I'm lost without you. It's so easy to see. I'm lost without you. Okay. So I'm here. Hello. Is everybody out there? Okay. Well, Mr. Hartnet is going to be coming right back. And so will Miss Jazzy Baker. JBMCQ1, Music Channel 1, right here every Tuesday for your listening pleasure. This happens to be a show that we're pre-recording. I don't know, was I supposed to say that or not? Okay, well, yeah, I said it. So can I take it back? No, I can't take it back. Okay. This is fun and exciting, but I have a lot of questions for him. And I hope that I get a chance to ask him the questions. Okay. He's this young man that's doing things in the city of Houston, Texas, and traveling all around the world. And he is more than more than just a musician. Yeah, I don't know if I should like spill the beans or anything, but he is absolutely phenomenal. You will never guess all all the hats that he wears. And there are a lot of them, but they're good ones. And there's something that he does that we all need, and that I can't wait to ask the question of how he got into it, why. But it's something that we all need. Everyone, every last one of us. Okay. I don't know if I should say it or not yet, but I just want to keep you in suspense, keep you on your toes, keep you sitting up on your seat and wondering, well, what is coming up next? Well, I'm going to keep on talking because I don't know if it's just me on here. Did I get deleted? No, I hope not. I hope I didn't. I don't want to be deleted. Okay. Um, but yes, I'll stay on here until it's time for me to rehearse. Okay. So time for me to go to my rehearsal. But anywho, yes, this is going to be at the Willow Waterhole. It's the Willow, excuse me, Waterhole Jazz Festival, and it's free to the public. But we also would like, if you feel kind enough, if you have some deep pockets, to donate something. If you we'd like to receive your donation, because it helps us to keep this going, okay? And it keeps the musicians coming in, um, and we keep, letting you know everything that's going on, um, all of the, okay, all of the talent, all of the musicians, all of everybody that's going to be there. So we have to keep this going. It's like kind of like not really earning the stars, but it's more than just stars, okay? So everybody know what a donation is. So everybody know what free is. Free and donation. Okay. So this is going to be absolutely just wonderful event. And there's a lot of jazz stuff going on in Houston. Um, I said I was going to remember, but I did not remember. I usually always have something to say about something that's going on in the city or something that's going on in the world. We know what's going on in the world. We know it's hot. Hot, caliente. It is super, super hot. And we're all trying to keep cool. And I would just like to say a little prayer for everybody that's out there, that's living out there in the elements. Lord, keep them protected. Keep your arms of protection around them and keep them safe. And Lord, don't let nothing happen to anyone out there who's out there in the heat, because that heat has been treacherous. I mean, it's a killer. I mean, even if you're in your own house and if you don't have any air, you need some air. So I hope that some of these city officials are listening to me and, help the people that's out there on the street because it's hot. Yes, it is. Hi, Jazz. You're back.
Hello. I tell you, internet, even everybody's phone is acting up. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
it's crazy.
It's the truth. That's the truth.
So I
Everybody.
don't even know what to say. Hopefully in the future we'll have a better network, but you got to start somewhere. And I appreciate Al for giving me the platform. But yeah, it's crazy. But without further ado, you guys already know who is coming up, and we're gonna bring him on. And my whole download of the show is gone, so I will get that up while Mr. Hartnet is talking. But welcome to the stage. Y'all give him a big old JBMCQ1 love and welcome. Hello, Mr. Matthew. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I am so good. Thank you so much. So much for your time. And I know you guys are busy. We had to do a pre-record because you're super busy. And I appreciate you so much for taking out this little time to come on and allow our platform to get to know more about who you are and what you have going on in the music industry. That's my co-host, Miss Laura Sims.
Konnichiwa. Hi, how are you? You gonna know
Good to
why I
go.
said that. You know why, huh?
Oh yeah, I know a little Japanese here and there.
Uh-huh. From something that you did already, the David K. Is that his name?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Dato, he's like in Tunis, Tunisia. Not Tunisia. Where is Dato?
in Japan.
He's in Japan right now.
No, I don't know. Is he in Japan? Oh, I'm not sure if he's in Japan.
No, it's, where man?
But
Republic of Georgia.
but he's from Japan though, right?
No, He's from David. Yeah, that's David K. He's from Republic of Georgia. What city is that? I'm drawing a blank, but I know for sure he's Georgian.
Doesn't he?
David K. Maybe we're talking about two different David K.
Okay, I thought you did a song with somebody, and your song was on TV.
Oh yeah, that was Georgian artist Dato or David K. Yeah, that's in the Republic of Georgia. I've been to Japan a few times though, but I don't think I've done. I've not done any Japanese TV.
No, not okay. No, yeah, you no. I thought maybe
I haven't had a Japanese artist like do anything like that either. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe I got you mixed up with somebody else. Okay. I thought you had did a song with his name was Quincy Cole.
Yeah, that's my boy. We produced this project for David. Yeah, that's I forget his I don't forget how he says. I'm looking him up right now.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm still in there. I'm in there. I'm in there. I do know what I'm talking about. Okay. Not looking with the like caught with the deer, you know, a deer in the headlights. Okay. No. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's yeah. He's from Georgia, the Republic.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's so it's part of the old Soviet Union. Like so you have like the Czech Republic, you have the Republic of Georgia. What else is over there? Of course, you know, Russia's not too far. What's all those little Soviet republics that got their independence from, you know, from the whole, you know, Red Curtain, Iron Curtain thing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right then. I'm trying to get my questions in real early. You know, get myself in early because I have a rehearsal. I have a rehearsal, and I'm waiting when I hear that doorbell. I know that it's time. Okay. So I told my grandson, okay, get the door. You know, but and so I wanted to get it in, and maybe I'm jumping the gun. I know because I want to know about. There's something that I really want to know about. And there's something that you do, making sure I have the right person now, that you sell insurance.
Oh yeah. I just got into that. Just got into that.
Oh, really? By the sounds of it, doesn't sound like you just got into it because you know what you're talking about. Because I know a little bit about insurance, but you know, because I think that all musicians need to have insurance. Okay.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I mean, I'm just a guy trying to figure it out, make it work. You know how the life is when things are good, they're good. You're really really busy, and then when they're not, you're not so busy. So, you know, it's just all about just continuing to reach the goal. You know, like your real goals for me, and that's I got a family to take care of. So, no matter if I'm playing my instrument or slanging insurance, you know, the bills got to get put on the table. The bills got to get paid.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. You said that. I don't know if you put it like this. It was let me see, was it music and plus insurance makes 100K.
That's my goal. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I'm still in there, still in the fight, trying to get there.
Working for Lincoln Heritage, right?
Yeah.
Good. That sounds like a good company.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, and okay, real quick. Okay. So, and okay. So, another thing, I don't know if people don't know about, maybe I'm talking too much too soon. You had a show, or do you still have the show called Southern Comfort Kitchen?
Oh man, so that's an idea that I launched a couple of years ago. I just didn't have the funding to promote it properly. The concept was good. The show was shot pretty well. So there are like a couple of like pilots episodes on YouTube right now. from that. But I just didn't have the funding to move it forward. So, but it's cool though because that kind of got that thing off anyway by just bringing the Gumbo Jam down to Houston, and so the Southern Comfort Kitchen was kind of in live in person for like every single week for a couple of years here in Houston. So
Yeah, I hear that you can really cook though. I want some of that salmon and some of that asparagus.
And one of the videos I'm gonna play may be from there, but I know it's one of your live in-house kind of thing. It's not one of your big concerts and stuff, because we'll talk about all that accolades of you being connected to mainstream music, and so, but I'm not sure. I won't play it right now. We'll get off into it later. But Laura is doing her thing because she has to get off. So she's gonna try to
Yeah,
get in all
they're
her
around, so they
questions.
haven't got here yet. So I'm doing good. Nobody rang the doorbell yet. And I know you have this wonderful son who was now he's what does he do? He throws the
shop. No, he does. He's like his daddy. He do a whole lot.
The number 4. Is he number 4 in the world? Number 4 in the country?
In the nation, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I ran track, so that just really kind of hit home. That's why I chose that. Yes, indeed. Haven't beat my record yet either. Yes, indeed. And then what I think I like about you is that you gave your son, did you give him $8 to get some food, to make the food, to see how much, this is a challenge that you gave your son, the $8 challenge?
Oh, yeah. You would have won creeping around on my Facebook page.
She'll tell you, I'm the one. I'm the one. Everybody's gonna know about everything. No,
I just normally script the bio, and she dig up all the other stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool. My Facebook page. I'm a first generation millennial, so Facebook for us is like just us. Like we went to college, and Facebook, like freshman year, Facebook happened. And then after that, so we used to kind of just sharing our real life stuff because that's just what it was for. So my Facebook page is just everybody that I actually really know them in real life. So, I talk about my real business, you know what I'm saying? So, like this little stuff, like my son, saying he wanted to cook something on like a budget, and, I'm like, cool, gave him $8 and made a meal happen, and he did his thing, man. He did a great job.
Yeah, I wanted to taste it. Yeah, I wanted to taste a little bit of it. Yes, indeed. And another thing about your son, you are rearing him just right. Oh my God. And there's the word said you plant the seed. When you plant that seed, you water it, it'll grow. Train up a child and he grows, and train up a child in the way he should grow. And when he becomes a man, he'll never depart from that. Okay, so your son is really, it's like a chip off the old block. Okay, you're young though. You're not old block. You're a young buck. Okay, you're a young buck. You're a young buck. Okay, right, and he's did some investments. Your son did it, and I just love it. Oh yeah, yes, I've been digging. Yes, indeed. That is. But people want to hear that. It's like that. People want to hear that, Betty. Okay. So yeah, people want to hear that because kids need to know, because kids are doing so much these days. And what gets me about kids is that those games, they're being consumed by the games.
Yeah.
So
I'm fighting that.
He got his mind on his money and his money on his mind. Did I say that right? Okay. The money on his mind.
He's still on the video game stuff.
He does.
He's still on that.
Yeah, but at least, he has something to look forward to. And when he made his investment, I like what he had to say of that he wanted to it's something about the green light card, and that he want to invest in his savings, That is so amazing because in school where I came from, they used to teach about all this stuff, but here they don't try to teach you. They don't want to teach you about no money. They don't want you to know about too much about money and about
Mm-mm.
savings, about bank accounts and all this other kind of stuff. You're doing the right thing. It starts at
Yeah.
home. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing
Yeah,
it, and
thank you. I
bring that
appreciate
on and
that.
show other kids that hey, that's it. That might be something that may be you know God something that God wants you to do to continue
Yeah.
to help kids. Your son can be it could be like in his name. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then it takes off from there. You never know. There's always a ram in the bush, and that might be something right there because you work well with him. Oh, he's just so like I know him. Just like I know, like I really know you. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Like
she
and,
done
and
dug.
all the
She
recordings and
dug
stuff.
real deep.
Yeah, all the recordings and stuff you did of the people that you worked with, Pat Williams, and I know that he was one of the ones that was nominated for the Black Music Awards. I was telling Jazzy, I was like, I remember seeing his name. I remember seeing his name on the ballot. Yeah, I do. I really do. I remember
Yeah,
seeing.
yeah, yeah. I was there. I was there.
Yeah, were you
See,
there?
my
Yeah, I
category.
was
You
there.
was at the BMAs.
Yeah, I was nominated for best jazz artist, best male jazz artist. Me
Okay.
and
See, we were so busy. I wanted the committee person that worked that organization since 2020. Because of COVID, we did a virtual, so it's on YouTube to view. But so I was a part of that production as well for 2023. So I didn't. My category wasn't jazz. Um, that was Andrea B. Net. That was her category. She had
yeah.
jazz and gospel. I had R&B, blues, and Zydeco. Mr. Eddie, the vice president, he had R&B, which I gave to him because he's still learning this side of the business. And the sponsor, Miss CJ, she had rap. So I was juggling three categories where everybody else had one and two. So I wasn't paying attention to everybody's name locked in. But I had no idea. Laura did mention that you was there and you was nominated. I say, I don't remember. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So you
Me and
tunnel
my son was
vision,
both there.
Hey, you
huh?
work with a lot of people
I
though.
said me and my son was both there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm
you don't
so
remember seeing
tunnel.
me. You don't remember seeing
Yeah.
us. You don't remember seeing us.
I mean, you're
He
on this
probably
phone
saw
screen,
me
so
because
it's
I
so
stood.
small. Honestly.
He
So,
probably saw me walking around. I stood out. I had the white
Right?
thing on stage with all the slits in it.
Yeah, you said she was on the stage, yeah.
well,
And
if
I
you
went.
were on
I
stage,
wasn't
I
here.
definitely would recognize. I don't forget faces. I'm terrible with
Yeah,
names and
I
stuff.
didn't have this kind of hairstyle. I had
Look at his
something
face.
like what Laura had, but I had on
You don't
all
remember?
white. I had a train. Everything in front and back was all split, like somebody had just came and cut slits in my outfit.
Okay,
That
split.
Yeah. Splits, oh Lord.
Okay,
Okay.
that
split.
I
that,
had
that was
one.
me. But yeah, I handed the host, the announcer, the awards on my category.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I handed her. I don't think I handed her the award. I handed her the envelope, and the lady that sponsored it, her daughter would give everybody their trophy. So yeah, I didn't. I can't remember. I just can't remember. I probably saw you, but I was running, and I probably told you, did you get your interview done over this side? Did you get your picture done on this side? So everything was tunnel vision for me, trying to keep everything in order or help.
We was
But
just
let
trying
me
to
ask
make
you
it
a
work.
question. Was that a lot of work though?
Was what a lot of work.
The BMAs. I mean, to get everybody to vote.
Um, no. I'm always in the space where I'm campaigning, promoting.
Yeah, because of the insurance,
Um,
of course. Yeah. That
Yeah.
Well, no,
part.
not that
Yeah,
because I'm a musician. You
yeah, I
know,
said
so
your
like
band. Of course, your band,
I'm,
right?
yeah, so like I am my own business and I am my own brand. So the only way to promulgate my brand is
It's
by
advertised.
advertising, right? So
Have
like
to. You have
technically, if you are a musician, you work in sales. You know,
Right.
so
exactly.
we're always marketing, we're always selling something. Like so that's a comfortable space. Like, oh, this I got this thing, cool. I got something else I got to do some graphic design work on. And like I don't have a wife like my man Pat that do all the stuff. I told him, I said, hey man, next time I'm stealing her, she's gonna be my campaign manager. Like, we're gonna meet you.
Yeah, that's what you said. You did. You said that. Uh-huh. You said that. But Pat
Yeah.
does work. Pat does a lot of studio work in there. Works on the drums on your projects, huh?
Yeah, Pat is on. Pat plays on the new record that we just released, called Family. That's out right now. Pat Williams is on drums on that.
Oh, yeah, you can work with a lot of people. I saw that. Pat is just amazing. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Pat plays with me also with the Culture Refined concerts that we do. I do a ladies' night band, and Pat's a part of the ladies' night band.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so while you're speaking of bands, who was the Prestige Party Band?
Prestige Party Band, that's the wedding band I'm getting off the ground. That's just another extension of like packages that I offer. So it's like I do all of those things. I've done weddings, I MD weddings for other bands. I've played and organized the whole thing, everything from like contract negotiation to full on execution of the event. And I'm like, I don't actually have a package of my own. I need to go ahead and put one together. So the dropping the Prestige Party Band thing, like that video, that's just kind of like a soft opening to like, hey, I do this thing too.
They sound wonderful to me. I'm like, who are they? They're good.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yes, indeed. Well, I know that anybody or whoever you're connected with is going to be off the chain. We already know that already. Just I roll that out there, roll off my tongue, because you're just amazing with just all different things that you do. The cooking, you went to college and you went to a tech school. Did you go to a tech school? Am I right?
Yeah, so I went to a tech school last year.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I got a tech sales certification last year. Had to do some insurance licensing stuff and just like a lot of little pivots, you know what I mean? Like as we like matriculate through life and you're getting older and stuff like that, things gotta just change, So that's just kind of what I'm doing. Instead of
black
just
and
being on
tech.
the road all the time.
So,
Like that's the only other alternative is to just go back to being on tour all the time. And I can make a crap ton of money that way, but I don't feel comfortable doing that because I'm trying to raise my son.
yeah. And he'd have to go on the road with you or be with the nanny. No. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a lot of money too. Okay, so that was Black and Tech Chronicles. Is that what you call it? Your business was that gonna be your business?
No, Black in Tech is like a group or a thing like on like LinkedIn or something like that. I don't own anything like that. That's
Oh,
just like
I thought that was the name of your business.
oh no. It's
Now
probably
you
not.
now Laura don't understand how old we are, and we so far behind on tech. It's unbelievable. Your age, how you guys, we call y'all tech babies. That's what we call you guys behind your back. Is tech babies. Cause they can get on their computer and do stuff, and I'm like, where did that come from? My computer has the same thing, but I didn't know it worked like that. So it
Yeah.
just amazes me how fluent you guys are in the tech industry. So she probably thought, yeah, that was your business name, because that's where
I heard him mention
our
it,
old age head is.
but I think that would be a great business name. I mean, Black and Tech Chronicles. Hey, that
Yeah,
sounds like that's $1 million, $1 trillion business right there.
but it's already patent because it's an
Yeah.
app.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, you're gonna have one. You're gonna have one. You're gonna have, if that's the business that you want. Yes, you're gonna have that, because I feel that, I really do. Um, let's see what else I got before I have to get off of here. I'm grilling you now. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
No.
we good. We good.
Okay,
We
look,
good.
because this is, oh, never mind. Today is Wednesday, and I know. Do you still do Testimony Tuesdays?
Man, I haven't done a testimony Tuesday in a while. Honestly, I try to pick and choose. It's testimony Tuesdays are really, they're really, really personal. So, for it's really hard to go and like week in and week out and really like show like, hey, this is what's going on, and then next week, hey, it still ain't shit. Then hey, next week
Right.
we're
Oh God,
still in the
Lord,
same place we were last week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a testimony. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where
Right.
get to the win part. Like where's the encouragement at? So it's like I'm like, all right, I'm waiting on the big thing like to happen. So I'm like, all right, come on, any moment, God, any moment, waiting on
okay.
So yeah, I just didn't want to put up like depressing ass like testimony Tuesday videos.
I thought
Right.
I thought that was great. Okay, I thought that was pretty good. Because some people may need that, because there may be some people out there who try to kill themselves. Like I saw this one man. I could not believe that I saw this. It was I don't know if it was on YouTube or Facebook or wherever I saw this at. Um, he was talking, and he was somebody big. I can't remember his name myself. I was going to remember his name. And his wife, you could hear his wife or girlfriend saying, "Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I know something is wrong." And right after that, he died.
Oh
He did.
wow.
He took something. He took something.
Mm,
Died. He was trying to fix something to eat. I mean, that was like showing this is his last time that we saw this man
all
on
right.
live. I was like, oh my God. And then he died right after that. I mean, like you probably just turned off the live and he died that
That's
night. I was
Wow.
crazy.
like, oh my God. So I figured that Testimony Tuesday, that I really like that, you know. So people, I mean, it's like it's the real deal. What's going on in your life?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if I got to go through some stuff, maybe somebody else don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that'd be
So
good because you're a young person. So tell a bunch of other young people that. So that's a great. That's the Testimony Tuesdays. That's what I'm talking about. That's great.
right.
So you might want to keep that going. Just keep it going.
I
Just keep
will.
it.
I appreciate the encouragement. I will.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I remember you saying something. You was looking for a job, and one of your friends got the job instead of you getting the job because you didn't look at your email and didn't find where they had called you.
Yeah,
You
I
were,
remember.
yeah, and you were a little bit highly disappointed, and you was mad because he got the job. Well, maybe not so much mad, but I remember you say better pay more attention to detail.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm always trying to take the lesson from like stuff be happening like a lot, and it really is just everything is a learning opportunity.
Yeah,
So I try to take all the knowledge because I do not want to go through that crap again. You know what I'm saying? So I want to learn it this time, so I won't have to repeat it and have to learn it again. You know what I'm saying?
and that's something that's good because Lord, I get a whole bunch of emails. Someone's like, "Did you get the email?" I don't know. I have like 100,000 of them. I do.
It's
Yeah,
depressing.
yeah,
That alone
Yeah,
is
I do. I
depressing,
know. I want
trying
to
to
get
keep up
erase
with
them.
your
I
emails.
start erasing them. Oh my God! I'd be like, oh my God, I just can't go. I can't do this anymore. I'm like, okay, we'll take this.
Crazy.
We'll do this a little bit each day. Then that day never comes. I never hardly ever look at the emails unless I know somebody's sending me something.
Yeah,
right.
try looking for employment at my age and try to sift through all that junk email and you miss emails. So I get it. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's hard. You miss it. And I even have a notification on my phone that my emails pop up, but I still miss stuff. It's too
Yeah,
much.
But I like that because you said it's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just, but I have another. Okay, so um, I saw um Elijah Golden. You were in a project with Elijah Golden.
Elijah Golden.
He plays guitar.
Oh, Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah. African guy, kind of short.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my guy. Plays guitar. We played. I think we played at church with Elijah. I played. We used to play the Alley Cat together a lot. Um,
He
but yeah,
bad
I
too.
mean, I used to play with him. What are you talking about? A specific project? Because I really don't probably remember.
No,
Like,
well, oh, no, I know because I've been digging. I know. Yeah, that's okay. But I know I just because Elijah, I met him a long time ago before people really didn't know who he was, and I said to him, you have to get out there and you have to." I met him at the Nigerian club. I was like,
mm,
oh my God, this. I said he is just amazing, and that
yeah,
was so many years ago. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just
He's dope.
wow.
He's dope. He came to the Gumbo Jam one time and he bought so much food. He bought some food and he was like, bro, he was like, if you want to open a restaurant, man, and you need somebody to invest, I got you. He's like, this is amazing. And he went and bought a crap ton more food. Like he bought so much food. I want to say he almost bought like $100 worth of food.
Really? So now look, now he's what did he just now did you listen to what he said? If you need somebody to invest, I will invest. See, sometimes you might need one. Should take him up on that offer. Yeah, he's a little beast like I am, with little piece of leather, but well put together. Okay. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. So that was I was like when I saw Elijah and I saw Pat and and I know that I know I was really digging. So I was like, okay, so all your friends are my friends, pretty soon, Jazzy's friends. We're all we all know the same people, you know.
Mhm.
I just really didn't. I actually heard of your group, but I was like, I didn't really know you. Okay, but I know you now. hmm Yeah, I know you
Right.
now. So I know a lot about you now. Okay,
Right.
She been digging.
and it's
She digs deep.
okay, and it's all good. So don't do anything wrong. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find that out too. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But I like I know Jazzy, she ain't not gonna tell you what she's gonna play either. So
Well, it's something having to do with the gumbo jam when
yeah,
he
that's
was
the one.
doing that.
I
Yeah.
didn't know about that. Where'd that come about? When? How come I didn't know
So
about it?
I don't know. The Gumbo Jam
I never heard of
started.
it.
Yeah, so
No.
the Gumbo Jam started in New York
Okay.
in 2015, I want to say. 2015 started in New York. Um, we we blossomed from one venue to two venues in New York. We started at Meridian 23, which is a place over kind of in a Hell's Kitchen. Then we ended up getting like to the prime time stage, which is down there on West Fourth in the Village, and the world famous Grooves. So we were at Grooves, and then we had another location in Brooklyn. So we were at 333 Lounge in Brooklyn, and then we also were at Grooves in Manhattan, the city. That's what they say. And then so we were there for a couple of years, and I was touring and stuff like that. And then kind of like moving back to Houston. The Gumbo Jam was still running in New York, and I was just flying back and forth, to maintain it. And so it kind of became a quality uh, issue, I guess, because of me not being able to be there. It kind of just morphed into something else without me being able to guide it. So I killed all the Gumbo Jams in New York, and just focused on opening one down here in Houston. And so Houston, I think we opened, I want to say 2019, 2018. I think
Really?
2018 or 19, one of the two. Because at one point all three were going at the same time. And so we started right next to Alley Cat at the Big Top Lounge. We were on that block. Then, man, what happened? I don't know how we ended up moving from there, but we ended up going to this place called Darwin's Pub, is in the Heights, and we stayed there through COVID. And then we just just kept hammering away at it. Like the menu evolved. At first we were just doing gumbo. Then after that, it was like I would do like a gumbo and a chef special, and then just kind of created a whole menu from there. So now, the full menu is like, gumbo. You got uh, what is it? Smoked whiskey glazed oxtails. You have
Ooh, can you
uh,
stop already?
macaroni and cheese. Like sweet and spicy collard greens. This thing called Danny Homesteads was basically smoked boudin filled with gumbo. Um, and let me see what else we got on there. It's so much stuff. I mean, I did that for so long. Like cooking the full menu of food, me by myself for like a whole restaurant of people every single Sunday. It was a lot of work, and I did it for a really long time, and it was really hard to sustain it. Um, it was really tough on me, but I mean, hey, it's what we do when we're grinding. So did that for a long time. Last year, decided to kind of take a pivot because my life is changing, and also we're growing as a band. The Houston band is like growing and gaining traction and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, we need to release this album. We need to get this music out there. We need to focus on more tour dates versus like the weekly jam session, because if you're here local and they can see you every week for free, why would they pay to come to a concert that you do here?
Right.
So you kind of got to take the free stuff away. And it hurts. It's a growing pain. You know what I'm saying? We love our crowd. Our crowd loves us. We're like family. But we're trying to keep the Houston shows as sparse as possible. So we go to Austin, we go to Galveston. Galveston really loves us. The city of Galveston books us a lot. So we'll go out to Galveston, we'll do stuff there, and then we'll come back and be like we just did the House of Blues a couple of weeks ago. Sold out the Foundation Room, and that's a 150 ticket room, and we sold it out. So it's like, man, that's what happens when you, what I'm saying? You just got to go through the growing pains and stuff like that. So the next goal is to do 350 sold out show here in Houston. That'll be the next show that we'll do. But just kind of trying to grow and build momentum and change and all of that kind of stuff. It's life. Music is a reflection of life, so that's what we do.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, on that note, I must say, domo arigato, which means thank you.
Arigato.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you so much. And it's been my pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna have to run. But this has been great. And yeah, so the next time, yeah, I dig even deeper. So I know, like I said, I know a lot about you. Yeah. I won't tell your secret. Your
Yes, you will.
secret is safe with me.
It's only
No, it's not.
it ain't no secret.
No, it's not.
Only
But
until I
whenever,
find it.
whenever
Only
you
until I find it.
whenever you get ready, click off. Just go, do your thing. But I'm gonna keep it running, and I'm gonna, you made mention of all the other accolades that he's doing, and I just wanted to chime in on the fact that, yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
life, is work, and you
Sayonara.
have, and you have been associated, Matthew, with so many lead sections in the on your team horn, doing your horn thing. And the Gumbo All Stars is one something that you named. You named it that, right? Due to your cooking.
Yeah, so the Gumbo Jam, um, so when I tour as an act, it's like, Matthew Harden, right? And
Right.
then when I don't that doesn't sound right to me because it's me and a bunch of people on stage. So the people that are in my band are always an assortment of people that I use for the Gumbo Jam. Like they're the Gumbo Jam band members.
Right.
So to keep things specific enough but ambiguous enough to not have to have like actual faces plastered to stuff. Because when you get to like
Mm-hmm.
contractual agreements and you say that these people, and this picture is a picture of everyone that is in my band, and these are the names
Right.
of them. They're gonna hold you to that. But I mean, this is musicians. Like you
Right.
can't necessarily guarantee that a musician is going to be available for that gig on that day.
Exactly.
That's it. Just is impossible. So I had to figure out a way to be able to market the band in a way that I could still kind of have flexibility to bring in whoever I need to bring in. So that's why I called it Matthew Hartnet and the Gumbo All Stars, because the All
Right.
Stars are just the people that you see at the Gumbo Jam. You're gonna see them. Like you don't know exactly
Exactly.
which drummer you're gonna get, but you know it's one of them.
You're gonna
So
have some heck of musicians on there. That's all that
right,
matters, you know.
right. So
So and
they're
they all are the gumbo band.
right, right. Exactly. So you know what you're gonna get, like brand association. You kind of know what you're getting when you get like the Gumbo Band, or you know whatever you want to call it. But it's always gonna be billed as Matthew Hartnett and the Gumbo All Stars.
Exactly. So I wished I was able to pull down that video that you were on with Lauren Hill on the Jimmy Fallon show,
Mm.
and it was just so um intriguing, and people need to understand that you are a global artist and they need to continue to support you, follow you, and by that time you will get that 350. I mean, you already have an awesome platform of followers. So you've done work with Lauren Hill, Kirk Franklin, Bilal, Panic, Disco Dave Chappelle, and so many more. Can you just give the people out there more of who you have worked with and what that meant to you and how it has helped your brand?
Okay. So just recently, I just left the studio a couple of weeks ago with this artist named Libra Jolie. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Libra Jolie. She spells Libra Lebra. So check her out first of all if you don't know who she is. She's real dope. Young female trap artist. And she's doing the thing. She has a really dope voice. Like I've been, when I was a teenager, I was a gospel rapper. So like I've been in that rap world, you know what I'm saying? And like I know about like voices and tones and stuff like that. And people do all types of weird stuff to their voice to make it sound unique and catchy. She just has a really good voice. Like when she starts rapping, you want to listen in. And she's dope, and her content is not trash, you know. So she's a person that I just really had the pleasure of working with very recently. Look out for her song on Madden, the John Madden video game, Madden 24 or 25. I'm not sure which one, but her music is going to be on there. I think that's the track we were working on.
Okay.
So that Bilal, probably one of my favorite artists to tour with. He's just a good, genuine guy. He's got like the most interesting kid. I taught his trombone, his son trombone. So I remember we were on the road and his son was like kept coming to me like when we warming up, and he was like, "Yo, you wanna play that?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, okay." And then like we get off the road, we get back home to Brooklyn or whatever, and B called me up. He was like, "Hey man, you know, how much would you charge me to teach my son trombone lessons?" I was like, "All right, whatever." So I told him, and I was his son's trombone teacher, and his son is so interesting. Like this kid was a little bitty kid, and I was like, "Hey," so I try to get my students playing the instrument fast to kind of like hook them, and so.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I was like, "Hey, what is your favorite song?" Right? Because I try to get the kids to play their favorite song on a mouthpiece. And
Right.
he was like, "My favorite song is Take Me On." And I was like, "I only know one song like that." And I was like, no, he's not talking about the song from like the 80s, like,
Right.
"Take me on, take it on me." That song. I'm like, this dude not talking
Yeah.
about the song. And I said, "Play the song for me." He played the song, and I was like, "Wow, you're definitely Bilal's kid, bro." I was like, "You're like a 7-year-old talking about your favorite song is Take Me On." Like, that is wild. So like
Yes.
his knowledge of music and perception of music is just so
Mm-hmm.
different. I was like, that's really crazy. So I mean, that was just cool. Like, like shout out to B. That's like family, man.
Right.
And then Dave Chappelle touring with Dave Chappelle and the juke joint, Dave Chappelle juke joint. That was like
Okay.
that was really dope. It was like a different man. We have like one show would have Bushwick Bill, Erica Badu, Snoop Dogg, all at the same time, right? That was just one show. Then let's say
Wow.
we're on another show. There was one show where we had Robert Glasper, John Baptiste, Chance the Rapper. Um, First of all these people are on stage playing at the same time. Like this is not a one at a time thing. This is like
Right. Right.
yeah. And
This
so
was a collaboration.
yes. And what's the girl name? Adele or Estelle? What's the black one? Estelle.
Now it maybe it's not Adele. It's
Yeah,
probably the
it's
other name.
Estelle.
Yeah.
Estelle was there. So like you got Chance the Rapper, Estelle, Vince Staples, John Baptiste, Robert Glasper. Uh, I mean, it was nuts. It was a pretty insane experience. Like it was really dope. And that's just two shows that I'm talking about. So like we did a lot of different shows, and they were all always really star studded. You know.
That's amazing. And of course, linking up with such awesome musicians, that has carried you even further in your own um realm of what you got going on musically. What are some of the things that are coming up for you next with outside the 350 people gig?
Um, I mean, well, we got our next show. So we still have the Culture Refined concerts that we're doing. Those Culture Refined concerts are super dope. We get a chance to artistically rewrite and rearrange, um, like just classics that we grew up with, that my generation grew up with. So like
Hmm.
we do a Cash Money show, and so the Cash Money show is all the Cash Money songs that we grew up with, like back that ass up to I mean just like what else we do? Slow Motion by Juvenile, all these different songs. There are clips of that stuff on YouTube as well. But we get to just reimagine them and play a complete full hour of jazz reinterpretation of these songs. And so that's what the
Wow.
Culture Refined concert series is. Our next one is October 5th, and that's going to be a Cash Money show. So
Okay.
we have that beginning of October. Toward the end of October, we have the Willow Waterhole Jazz Festival.
Right.
I'm bringing in an artist I believe she's from Beaumont. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so we're gonna bring her in. She's gonna light everybody up. It's gonna be crazy. Like, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. I can't
I,
wait. I can't
I
wait.
can't wait
I've
to see
only
what this is gonna look like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever time we got playing. I'm like, yo,
right.
this chick is definitely 11 p.m. showtime kind of
Right.
artist, you know what I mean? So, but
I
I'm like,
know.
what it's gonna look like.
My band comes on at 3, and I'm like, okay, at first when Al um presented the invitation for me to do the Willow Waterhole, actually I was supposed to be in 2020, but because of COVID, I got kept getting knocked back, and so everybody can fill in their spots.
Right.
But I was like, oh my God, I told he wanted me to come on at 10, I believe. And I didn't say anything respectfully. I just kind of was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to try to do this at 10 o'clock. So finally, when he revamped it a little bit and he put me for 3, I'm like, thank you, because my music is not 10 o'clock in the morning music, okay? It has to be a little later. We funk dance type music. And I mean, I do just like Laura, I kind of do a little mixture of genres, but my heart is funk. So we're the featured funk band that day for 3 o'clock. But I am excited about it. I get to see you perform live. I've seen your videos, of course, and just phenomenal workmanship that you bring to the table as a musician. And rightfully so, because these other mainstream artists, before you even became mainstream, look at you in that way, or they wouldn't have you on their platform. So I'm excited, and I can't wait till October the 28th. It's going to be a heck of a festival. They've already said on the webpage that this one is supposed to be one of their best festivals ever. And I'm
Okay.
like,
I
wow,
because I
I'm
think
included
we're
in
super
that.
early.
I
I
can
always
see
call
y'all
talking
being
numbers for
included in
that.
that, but not me.
Man. Yeah, no, I hope so because we've enjoyed being able to play in front of large crowds right here at home in Houston, man.
Yeah. What was
But,
that? One, oh gosh, the it was on a big stage with blue lights, something land. I can't even think
oh,
of the name.
in Emancipation Park.
No, this may have been in New York somewhere. Oh Lord, what was the name of it? It had blue lighting behind you guys. I mean, it was jam packed like it was a Beyonce concert.
Uh, so we did we did a festival in Houston that had 3,500 people there, and
Uh
then
huh.
there was one that we did in Batumi, Georgia. It was like I think the Black Sea Jazz Festival, and
That's it. Black Sea.
that's like sixty
Yeah,
thousand. It's like
yeah.
it's
I was
crazy.
like, it's a little more than 30. So that was it. Black Sea.
Mhm.
Awesome. And I started to play that video, but I want people to just to get what we're saying tonight and go and support you and see your work on digital platforms, because you are not a slacker. Nobody is in this business if you're trying, and
Right,
you are. Yeah, because this is a hard business to be in, and you have to love it in order to stay with it.
you
So
do,
you
you
already
do,
know that much.
you do.
But they have no idea your well, a lot of people do, at least 60,000 people do or more, of your concept. And when I learned about you, it was so unique. You know, you infused the jazz with the R&B, with the rap. And I'm like, what is going on here? I like this. I really do. So it's different. And I'm that type of person. I like stuff that really a lot of people aren't doing. And you was creative with coming and making that concept go, to the next level. And
Yeah.
so tell us more about where did that come from in your head to bring
So
forth this jazz infusion thing with other genres.
so I think that number one, music is music, right? Um, People don't need like the general population, the listeners, they don't need genres. The people that make money off of it need a genre. They need to be able to quantize and put everything into a box so they can figure out
Mm-hmm.
how to make money off of it. But at the end of the day, music is music. If you listen to your favorite Jay-Z record, when you go to a Jay-Z concert, you're gonna see a full band perform that record. Now, all of a sudden, does that make it jazz, or are you still listening to hip hop because you're listening to live instrumentation? You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
you can go to the we just did what the band I played with in New York just did Carnegie Hall a few times with like Busta Rhymes. They did it with Nas, and
Right.
a full orchestra. So are you at an orchestral concert? Are you at a symphony, or are you at a hip
Mm-hmm.
hop concert? You're at
Right.
both.
Oh,
It's music. So there's no box to really put music in. Whatever discipline of music that you listen to or that you study, you'll be fluent in that language. But I
Exactly.
mean, it's just all just language though. So like we're talking, I'm speaking Spanish and you're speaking English. We're both
Mm-hmm.
talking, we were just speaking different languages. So the concept of just the gumbo period is that, you're taking a
It's a
bunch of different
mixture.
ingredients, yes, and you put it into a pot
Yeah.
and making it something amazing. And so
Yeah.
that's what we do. I listen to the Roots a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I say growing up musically. I mean, growing up meaning like 18, 19, 20, 21, listening to the
Exactly.
Roots.
Yeah.
That's when I really got hip to the Roots. It's late, but I mean, I got it. Like my favorite band was Soul Live,
Uh-huh.
which is like like a
I
jazz
remember So
fusion group.
Loud. Mom, I forgot about that group.
Yeah, Roy Hargrove, RH Factor, and then I was a hip hop head, so I listened to all the everything hip hop. And I told you when I was
Mm-hmm.
a teenager, I was a gospel rapper. So
Okay.
I really did that for real.
For
So
real. Yeah.
my first touring experience was as a rapper when I was a teenager. So I did that thing, and so musically, as I'm developing, learning jazz at TSU, and I'm playing in church, and I'm listening to the school records, and then I'm after my sophomore year, I'm still going into the studio recording with my group. I as an adult now, I'm like, all right, it's time to put together a project or just the stuff. My first project, which is actually sitting right here,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
my first project is a jazz record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or considered a jazz record. This project that I have out right now, finally I feel like I can be myself. Like I
Right.
found my voice and I'm not apologetic about it. Like I don't
Exactly.
care about being put in one category or another. And there's actually a genre now that they call they've invented a genre because jazz is steady evolving. It's called urban contemporary.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
urban contemporary now is like the Thundercats. Robert Glasper can be an
Mm-hmm.
urban contemporary, or he can still stay in R&B or whatever.
Right.
And or let me see, my man Terrace Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me see, Kamasi. I don't know if Kamasi's new project is gonna be like that, but you have me.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what urban contemporary looks like now.
Exactly.
It looks like it's like musically very rich, but still like hip hop and R&B. It's still got all this. It's just music.
It's
It's
just
it's just
music.
it's just good music. It's something in there for everybody. Like if you like trumpet, horn solos, trombone solos,
Right.
guitar solos, that's
It's
there
just
for you. If you like good R&B singing, that's there for you. If you like rapping, that's there for you. It's all there.
And I love it because way back when my little music came out, I need to work on some more music. But my when my little EP came out and my one single of a country song for a movie, I was interviewed by Andrea Binet when she was with and Boogie's radio station, and so she was asking me, "What genre are you in?" I don't have a genre. You call it whatever you want to call it, but I don't like putting myself. And she asked me why, and I said because I don't like putting myself in a box. And
Mhm.
when you do that, you are limiting your talent.
Right.
And just like yourself, you got trombone musicianship. You have other instruments. What other instruments do you play?
I play all the brass instruments, but I mean, well, on
Okay.
my record that you'll hear me,
Mm-hmm.
you'll hear me singing, you'll hear
Mm-hmm.
me rapping, you'll hear me playing trombone. I'm playing some synth keyboard stuff in there, um, and yeah, that's it. I hire everybody else to do all the other stuff, like
Right. I mean, it's so enlightening to hear you say that because people used to have a problem or what genre are you in? I'm R&B. I don't have nothing to do with jazz or blues. I'm straight R&B. But you're limiting your talents when you do that
yeah,
to me.
yeah. That's ignorance. That's not those
Yeah,
people. They just don't know what they just don't know yet. You know.
exactly. Exactly. Well, I was so um elated and excited about when actually got dug deep into your music, and I was like, okay, you know, didn't realize how long you had been doing it, but I was like, okay, now that's what needs to be out on the scene, because music is music, and you're showcasing all of your talents is what needs to be done. If you're going to be in this industry, showcase all what you got. Don't put yourself in a box. And I appreciate you for doing that. And it has gotten you a lot of ground. It got you covered. You covered a lot of ground with that. So I know you're not going to stop. You are innovative, you're creative. And so you allow your creative juices to flow. And that's what musicians should do. Allow your creative juices to flow. And I love that about you. I really do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what is your next project? Like, when will your, if it's a secret, in and around and about, when's your next project coming out on?
So we got Family that's been released. So if you look up Matthew Hartnet and the Gumbo All Stars and type in
Mm-hmm.
Family, it should pull up. We had a little trouble with distribution on that, so that's why I'm kind of slow about releasing the next thing.
Okay.
But the next release will happen before the year is out. Because it has to, because so we can gain traction for next year. So I don't know. I'm not even sure which one we're gonna do. We have a full album recorded. Uh,
Okay.
the work is already done. I just got to finish going and doing like some mixing stuff and get it like thing mastered or whatever. So really, I'm
Yeah.
just looking at what's gonna be the next thing to really like go hard on. And so and then you have to just be strategic about it. I look at things a lot through the scope of the business.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so, like Grammy submissions are going to be coming. The cutoff is going to be coming up really soon for that. So
Wow.
it's not going to be advantageous to release like my best song right now because it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be enough time to campaign and like to get the general public on it before I get to the campaign part. So I might
Right.
have to just table that song all the way until like next summer, and just like release it then and just release other things up until that point.
Right.
So
And timing is everything. So,
yeah, absolutely.
no
So we gotta,
rush.
yeah, so like the next release has to be something that you can listen to over the holidays. Something that you can jam in your car when you ride with your family to go look at Christmas lights. It's
Right.
got to be something like that. Not like a
Uh-huh.
Christmas record or anything like that, but it just has to be something that's appropriate for the season. And then when the spring
Exactly.
comes, we can release the more hype stuff. And we're
Exactly.
just trying to work smarter, not harder these days. So.
Exactly. And you got to work. If you have to make it make sense, business. People
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think about that part. It has to make sense business wise. If it don't make sense business wise, then you need to revamp it. You need to study it some more, but not just throw stuff out there because you want to be an artist or you want to be seen singing
yeah,
music. The
yeah.
business should come first. If it doesn't make sense business, then don't do it.
Right. Yeah. Because my son done walked through here already, but like we depend on that. Like, that's how I pay the bills.
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. You gotta keep a roof over your head. You gotta feed yourself, and it's just not about the glamour part of it.
Mhm.
And I'm glad you said that, because anybody tuned in will be able to share this with young musicians. I have an organization that I'm trying to vamp as well, which would be catered to the youth. And at some point, I would love for you guys to come in and do um, a clinician with these young people so that they can know what to expect. That everything on TV is, that's not it. It's
Right.
part of it, but
Yeah.
that's not the main part you need to be focused on. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's why I created the Gumbo Jam initially. I wanted to
Hmm.
give. It was just like in the cycle of things. Like as a young musician, you go to college or whatever. You go to the jam sessions, and then you meet people and then you get real life playing experience. Like it's one thing to learn a song in a classroom, and then it's another thing to get on stage and actually do it. Or maybe they're going to do it in a different key. Maybe they're going to do it in a different tempo. Maybe they're not going to do that ending the way that you thought it was going to happen. you know, and these are real life performance things that happens with, and professionals are professionals because we've mastered the art of being able to just go, right? No
Right.
matter what the circumstance, we can just go. And
Exactly.
and like, so, you know, these kids are coming out of school with all this knowledge and all these, like, you know, wonderful things that they can play. They're great musicians, but they have no real world work experience. So when
Yeah.
they come on the bandstand, they might sound like trash just
Right.
because they in a situation that they're unfamiliar with. Or like, I
Right.
get singers and rappers that I get a lot of rappers all the time because we run a hip hop jam session.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they'll be like, man, can I play my track? And I'm like, hell no, you cannot. Like,
Exactly.
this is a live music situation. So like,
Exactly.
if you wanna up your production value as an artist, like, you know, it's one thing to go in and say, you know, hey, I'm a big time rapper, you know, pay me
Mm-hmm.
$10,000, right, to come do a show. Like
To
Libra
do a
Joe,
track show at that.
right, right, like Libra can go do a track show and make $10,000 somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or or she can learn to play with the live band, get that experience, and really kill it. And now say, yo, listen, I need 25,000 because now she got to
Exactly.
bring her band. But you
That's
know,
right.
the band is going. They're that 10,000 going to take care of the band. 10,000 already is going to take care of you. You was good with 10,000 before. Now
Exactly.
you got an extra five for yourself. And that's just
Exactly.
production value. You know what I'm saying? So like when you start doing things like that, now you're on. Now you can. We were actually talking about this. Me and the girl. Um, you know, you can go from doing like your track show at a club.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go play the Willow Waterhole Jazz Festival as a rapper because you
As
have
a
a
rapper
band
with
and
a
your
band.
band
Yeah.
justifies you being at a jazz festival. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
other
you don't
festivals
limit
and
yourself.
yeah.
Exactly. You don't limit yourself. So like I just believe in
Right.
passing all that knowledge on to the next generation because a lot of them don't really know because we live
They don't.
in a different world. You know, like you can just get
Yeah.
on your phone and do something and the right person clicks on it, and then now you wake up in the morning, you got 30,000 hits on your video, and you're like, "Damn, how's
Exactly.
that happen?" But you're
Right.
not prepared to go perform
You're
it.
not prepared.
You don't really know this thing. You just did a thing, and it became a thing. So,
That's
you
it. That's
know,
all it is, a thing.
yeah. So it's like the Gumbo Jam was created to be like a real life training ground
Hmm.
for up and coming artists and stuff like that. So, and we have so much talent there, so much talent that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some of the guys that I saw on some of your videos have moved around or moved on or
Yeah,
whatever the case
yeah,
may be, but you continue to add these awesome musicians. And so the ones that I've had the opportunity to see were, I mean, even the rappers, you
mhm,
know, I'm like, I'm doing like one of those little puppies. I'm doing my head from side to side. I'm going, wow, it really blew my mind of the experience that they brought to the stage under you, or
yeah,
with you.
yeah. Yeah, it's a blessing, man, because I tell people all the time, like, especially when we're at the Gumbo Jam and doing it every week
Mhm.
for free, granted. I used to
Right.
tell people, I'm like, hey, man, y'all go support these guys now while you
Yeah.
still can for free. Because like what you're experiencing right now, like I've told people, like, hey, I've been on the stage with everybody. I've been
Right.
on literally with everybody. I've seen it done at the highest levels. And I'm telling you, these guys got the goods. They are better
Yeah.
than 95% of the stuff that you're actually listening to right now. It's just going to take the right person and time for them to get discovered. And then you're not going to be able to afford them.
That's
You're not
right.
gonna, you're not going to be able to see them no more. You know, when Toby was in Houston, he was grinding and doing his thing. You know,
Hmm.
you can access them. You can't anymore.
You can't
So
anymore. Robert Glasper
yeah,
and
you can access these people
those
now. So
cats, you can't access them no more.
yeah, so you have to be like, and my big thing, my big mantra at the Gumbo Jam is to be the most unapologetically authentic version of yourself. And so you gotta
Exactly.
just be yourself. If you like something, don't let anything hold you back from liking it. You know, your friends be like, I'm not going to that, that's lame, or whatever the case is. Like, yo, support what you like. Like, you
Exactly.
know, like, that's why I don't beg nobody to come to our shows. Like if you like it, just come.
Just
You know,
come.
like that's what it's what it is. But in that freedom that you move in, what you do is you influence other people around you. So people are just waiting. People are literally waiting around for permission to be themselves. If you,
Yeah.
especially us as Black people, like
Yeah.
we're very like much taught to toe the line, be in order,
And
be
be
very prim
suppressed.
proper.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, if you watch other people go to shows, they don't care what's going on. They're like, "Ooh, whatever." You
Exactly.
know, like we should have that same freedom. You know, like
Same
we should have
freedom.
that same sense of entitlement
Hmm.
because you're human too. You know, like you deserve
Yes.
to go and have fun and enjoy life however you want. So like
Exactly.
do that, you know, and in the process you'll free the next person next to you. And that's pretty much the culture of the gumbo jam. That's what we do there. So
And I'm glad you are putting that out there like that and creating that type of atmosphere because at my age, I've had to endure the suppression, and I'm a free spirited person. I don't allow nobody to suppress me. If I want to do something and I can afford to do it and I have the right connections, I'm going to do it. It's just like this little platform.
right.
Eventually, it will grow. I'm not going to keep stopping, but I have to start somewhere. But I'm not going to let anybody suppress me. If I can't get on channel 26 because it's so white rated and they don't want to bring my urban stuff on there, then at some point it is somewhere that I could take this show for my urban
Hmm.
people and my
Right.
urban music. So I'm not going to let that station deter me or any other station. Eventually, I will get on a network where I can do what I'm doing now at a better, bigger, and better platform. But we
Absolutely.
can't stop. We can't keep letting people suppress our gifts, our talents. They steal them anyway. So
Hmm.
why are you allowing them to suppress it when they taking them away from you and making millions off of it, and you still stuck with
Right.
$5,000, $10,000 or less? You know,
Right.
so we have to get in that space, like you said, that we need to start supporting each other, start helping each other instead of the crab bucket stuff. We got to get away from
Mhm.
the crab bucket competition thing with our people. And hopefully someday, and I appreciate you being a young man saying that and putting it out there, and you're on that side of intelligence. I mean, you don't have to be a scholar, but it's called
Mhm.
intelligence. Intelligence doesn't mean that you make straight A's in school. It's your mentality that
Yeah.
people don't understand. Just because you make straight A's still don't make you intelligent. So I'm
Right.
so glad to hear you speak that and continue doing what you're doing, because at some point, even after I'm gone, this will bring us more steps to where we already should have been years ago.
Mhm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to play this one right quick, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit about it. And then we're going to get you off of here because I know it's getting late and we don't want to hold you up. You probably got a lot of projects on the side of you that you need to complete
Yeah.
before
Just
probably
checking my
2 or 3 o'clock in the
email.
morning.
And like, nah, it's bedtime for my son is already here. So I'm like,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna play this one video. We're gonna come back and we're gonna get you off. Hold on one second. Y'all take a listen to Matthew Hartnet, a global musician, and lives right here in Houston, Texas. His roots are out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. So if you never heard of him, you heard of him now. So tell your people about him. Go support like we do at JBMCQ1. We're going to let y'all take a listen to just one of many of his live performances. We'll be right back.
yeah. Ain't really speaking. Talking to some homies, ain't really beefing. Talking to some rappers, ain't really meeting. They giving me fire, we ain't really linking. I know they wanna get even. I know my family need me. I know. Funny they said that I'm cooking. Well, that's how we're cooking. Cause my people eating. I know. Let me get my name on. I'm in my own space, get my lane on. I'm really sick and tired of getting rained on. But I gotta see this go brother got shades on. Yeah, I'm living my life and letting no shine. And I be in the back with a good piece of mind. I'm mixing with a whole lot of grind. Hey, trying to tell me, let me get my mind right. Put it in any rapper that I sound like. Cause it be funny how you sound on the line right. I keep it tight, boy, twist like a crumb like twist, but I come like yeah.
On my whole little movement till I came true with it's so exclusive, no excuses. On stage and home and juice from bros and booze had a light shining on me, but no one knew. From my whole crew to a focus school. Really, really wanna get to know me too, but a trophy too, and I need me too. Trying to be ooh, not PT boo. Another for TT in my swimming pool. See what that's around and sitting on my lap every now and then. I had no cash, I was down the when it comes to fashion, I'm rapping, shine. I ain't even rock a single diamond, platinum. I can really write a single down. Be real, sing, get it, motherfucking sound. Found the shine because I got it from the ground. Bills and I really had a nigga polish on the ground. And they might know when we ground separated, but negative when they had a little down.
All right, y'all. We are back. Matthew Hartnet has it's probably me or him. I don't know what internet situation is going on, but he should be right back with us. But that was Matthew Hartnet and the Gumbo All Stars, y'all. Y'all need to go check him out on all digital platforms. That is an awesome musician, and he's opening up the platforms for so many other musicians to be a part of learning from him and doing all the great things in the music industry. You guys out there have had the opportunity to get to know more about yet another awesome, hot, blazing music artist from Houston, Texas, with roots from Lake Charles, Louisiana. The awesome Mr. Matthew Hartnet of the Gumbo All Stars. He will be featured at 1 p.m. Saturday, October the 28th at the Willow Waterhole Festival. Check my page. Check the flyer at the beginning of this show, and you will see the address there. Saturday, October the 28th, guys. The doors open at 10:30 a.m. The show starts at 11 a.m. and Mr. Hartnet comes on at 1 p.m. You don't want to miss Matthew Hartnet and the Gumbo All Stars. Just what you just seen right there, and all the little glitches. Ain't gonna be none of that at the festival. You guys are in for a treat. So come on out. It's a free event, but we are asking you guys to please donate to the organization, okay? Because they are coming out of their pockets to beautify the event grounds and bring more to Houston with this annual festival. It's here every year, and it's located out on the southwest side. But check my page and make sure you get the right address and the date. And we'll be doing more advertisement. I was just trying to give him a little bit more time to chime in, but if he's not able to log back on, I just want to say, Matthew, keep doing what you're doing. Keep rising. Keep shining, my friend. You are an awesome musician. I love the fact, or we love the fact that you have traveled globally and really put what you've learned as a musician to work. And you're not only keeping that for yourself, you are sharing it with the up and coming young musicians across the globe. Thank you again so much for being here at JBMCQ1, the Jazzy Baker Music Channel, jamming with Jazzy. And we look forward to seeing each other soon. So, again, keep shining, keep rising, keep grinding. Tonight, it was all about our special guest, Mr. Matthew Hartnet and the Gumbo All Stars. Okay, y'all know how we do it over here. We support, we love. Catch the vibe, everybody. Learn how to love and support each other. Blessings to all of you. Okay, go ahead, snuggle up with your pet, your doll, your significant other, your pillow, or your whatever you snuggle up with. Please have a blessed night. We're going to leave you with one of my commercials because we didn't play it throughout the show. But support Black-owned businesses. Support independent businesses that don't have the big bank accounts. Go out there and support, guys, each other. Because if it was you, you would want someone to support you in whatever you're doing. We will see you guys back here with yet another great independent music artist Tuesday, October something. I can't remember, but it's running down at the bottom. Check all of those dates. Okay, everybody? Check those dates and for the interviews. Tuesday, September the 19th, the 26th, October the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th. We will be here live, okay? Interviewing all 6 bands for that festival coming to Houston, Texas, as it always do annually, October the 28th. Saturday, doors open at 10:30 a.m. Bands kick off at 11 a.m. Mr. Hartnett will be showcased at 1 p.m. So get out there, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Peace, love, and light. I love you. Good night. Jam Source Runway Magazine. Over 20 years of celebrating the industry in all its forms, exposing you nationally and internationally with Miss Carolyn Baker, CEO, founder, and magazine publishing. Come aboard and experience the diverse global level of exposure to your music, art, events, travel, fashion, and so much more. Also offering the best in unique spotlighting music to custom cars with a special twist located on all media and digital platforms. Your connection with Jam Source Runway Magazine offers a secure, unique exposure to all of your array of brands to a global market. Be internationally connected today with Jam Source Runway Magazine at info@jamsource.net or call 832-606-5577. Visit the website and explore what you've been missing at www.jamsource.net. Trademark by Jam Source Runway Magazine.